Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today the Houston Rockets play the San Antonio Spurs for the first game of a 2-game series in San Antonio. The Rockets play tonight at 7 o'clock and Wednesday, same time, both in San Antonio. And this will be the third and fourth preseason games of 5 preseason games. The 2-0 Houston Rockets in the preseason have looked pretty good. I mean, their first 2 games, they beat the Pelicans by 33 points, and the Pelicans starters, all their starters played, and not only that, but they played a decent amount of minutes. All the Houston Rockets starters played, and Fred VanVleet only played 15 minutes, and they got a win. Then they played the Pacers 2 nights before that and beat the Pacers by 19 points at Toyota Center. And they've looked good in the preseason. Their three-point shooting has been great. Their defense has been great. I know it's preseason, but the Houston Rockets are entering tonight's game with the league's second-best defense in the preseason. Houston has held their opponents to an average of 95 points per game while possessing the league's second-best defense with a defensive net rating of 91.3. On top of that, in the first 2 preseason games, the Houston Rockets have 28 steals and 8 blocks. The other night against the New Orleans Pelicans on Thursday night, the Houston Rockets recorded 18 steals. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. Then the night before, 2 nights before, they had 10 against the Pacers. They had 5 blocks against the Pacers, and they had 3 blocks against the Pelicans. Defensively, this Rockets team has been amazing. They're going to be great in the regular season as well defensively. For the Rockets tonight, unfortunately, one of their best players, Jalen Green, will be out tonight with a toenail issue. Coach Ime Udoka announced Sunday afternoon that Jalen Green will miss the first game against the Spurs due to a toenail problem. The Spurs announced that number 1 pick Victor Wembanyama will be sidelined due to rest. I was looking forward to see Victor Wembanyama versus Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun in this matchup. But although we're gonna get to see him, we're probably gonna be able to get to see him Wednesday. If not, oh well. But I don't think he's going to miss their next 2 games. I think he suits up Wednesday against the Houston Rockets, and ultimately just not playing tonight. Our broadcast information, the game is today, Monday, October 16th. The time is 7 o'clock, but the game won't start till 7:10. It usually starts 10 minutes before the original time. TV channel, if you live in Houston, Space City Home Network, and that... you don't have to live in Houston to have Space City Home Network. I think it's really throughout all Texas, and I think there's like 2 other states that have Space City Home Network. And then radio, 790 AM. And then if you are not in Houston or you're not in the 2 other states that have Space City Home Network, you can watch the game on League Pass. All right, yeah, Rockets injury report. Jalen Green is the only guy on the injury report with the toenail problem, so that is good. It does not say anything about Jock Landale, backup center, who's been dealing with an ankle issue. So it looks like Jock Landale should be able to go for the Houston Rockets tonight as their backup center. For the Spurs, no injuries on the injury report, but they do have 3 players who should be starters on rest. Victor Wembanyama, Devin Vassell, and Trey Jones are all on rest tonight for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, no Keldon Johnson is on here. Does that mean maybe Keldon Johnson is playing? Here is the projected starting lineup for the San Antonio Spurs. Your 2 guards, Devontae Graham and Jenny Osman, who they traded for from the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the 3, Jeremy Shohan. The 4, Julian Champagnie. And at the 5, Charles Bassey. Now, the Rockets starting lineup, it says, it says that the projected starting lineup for the Rockets tonight is Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun. I do not see Amen Thompson starting for the Rockets tonight. It's not that I don't want it to happen, but think about it. I mean, if Amen Thompson is starting, who is the guard off the bench when Amen Thompson and Fred VanVleet are off the floor? So ultimately, I mean, obviously Amen Thompson could just play extra minutes, but after Amen Thompson, if Amen Thompson is starting, you would think the backup point guard would be Aaron Holiday. There's nothing wrong with Aaron Holiday, but right now in the first 2 preseason games, he has not been checking in until late in the 3rd quarter. Ultimately, I really see the Rockets going up with a starting lineup of Fred VanVleet at the 1, Dylan Brooks at the 2, Tari Eason at the 3, Jabari Smith Jr. at the 4, and Alperen Sengun at the 5. Or, I mean, who knows? Maybe you could go Fred at the 1, Amen Thompson at the 2, then Dylan Brooks at the 3, Bari and Sengun at the 4 and 5. Or you can, put both Amen Thompson and Tariq Eason off the bench and start the other rookie, Cam Whitmore. You could put Fred VanVleet at the 1 and Cam Whitmore at the 2, and Dylan Brooks at the 3, and then Bari and Sengun at the 4 and 5. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what starting lineup the Rockets, use without Jalen Green. There's going to be it's going to be one of 3 guys that jump into the starting lineup with Jalen Green being out. It's either going to be Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, or Tariq Eason. I would think it'd be Tariq Eason, but we'll see. You guys know your thoughts on the game for today. I'm excited. I think the Rockets win this one. I think Jabari Smith Jr. has another good game. I think both rookies, Amen Thompson and Cam Whitmore, look good, and I think one of the guys that has a good game and has not looked great in the first 2 preseason games, but at the same time has not played a lot of minutes, will be Tariq Eason. With Jalen out, I think Tariq Eason will have himself a good game. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.